I just want to thank everyone for your time, interest and attention so far today. We're on the home stretch, just a few more minutes to go, and then we'll break for Q&A. My name is Peter Jarrett. I'm the General Manager of Business Aspect, and I'll be covering the customer life cycle through the lens of consulting and advisory services over the next few minutes. I've been with the business for 5.5 years, so a relative newcomer. There you go, getting close. Not quite the average yet, but I'm getting there. But I've been working in the consulting and technology industry for over 25 years. If you were to ask my daughter what I do, she would say I work with computers. My mother-in-law would probably extend upon that, saying I'm tech support, and I also help with incident response when she clicks on the wrong buttons from emails. But within the business aspect context, I'm responsible for growing and leading our consulting business and delivering results for our customers. So that's what my focus is. Firstly, a bit about business aspect. Who are we? We're a wholly owned subsidiary of Data3. We're acquired 8 years ago, and we operate independently to help provide our customers with those consulting and advisory services to help them tackle those complex digital and ICT challenges. So that's really our sweet spot. We were founded in 2005 in Brisbane, and our focus is on tackling complex challenges and helping our customers along the way on that journey to realise results. We specialise in understanding the business challenges, translating them into technology solutions, and then working in partnership with our customers to deliver those outcomes. So that's really where we focus. And we help customers throughout that entire life cycle that I'm about to speak to and that you've seen before, but I'll talk through it within the consulting context. One of the key areas that is a point of difference around our consulting services is that we focus on pragmatic, actionable outcomes. And we really do have a trusted senior team, many of which have over 20 years worth of experience, both working as consultants, but also as former CIOs, CTOs, and or senior members of large organizations. So they've been on both sides of the fence, which is really helpful when they're having conversations understanding the political landscape, the budgetary constraints, etc., that our customers may have to help them navigate that and the change journey. That's also complemented with our 17 years of intellectual property and experience and frameworks that we bring along to help us navigate the journey with our customers. And this is also complemented with the broader Data3 network that provides significant points of competitive difference against the big four consulting firms and smaller niche consultancies, because we can draw upon that broad network of vendors and the ecosystems of the solutions that Data3 provides as we go on that journey with our customers. So you've seen the life cycle before, but I'm going to take it on a slightly different pivot and maybe change the narrative or the metaphor for a moment. So whilst it looks nice and clean and simple in the infinity loop, as it's been referred to, transformational journeys are rarely as smooth as this. So I'll use the metaphor perhaps of a rally car driver. So our role within Business Aspect is often to be the navigator or co-pilot sitting alongside the customer who is ready for that journey to go through the route of change in their organisation, and they are looking for help from us to help them navigate that path, to call out obstacles in the way, to correct course if they've shot off track and need to get back on track, and to help them along the way to get to the destination and achieve the goals that they are trying to achieve. So we really are the co-pilots on that journey. And sometimes it can be bumpy, but at least if you've got a trusted hand beside you that you know you can work with and trust to get to the other side of that journey, you're hopefully not going to end up in the trees or in a ditch. We often like to stay with our customers throughout the life cycle of this journey. So whilst we start often at the consult end, where the customer has a problem to be solved, what is the problem to be solved? What is the job to be done? We start there. We start with the business problem to be solved, and then we unpack that with them, understanding, well, what stakeholders are impacted? What are you trying to achieve? What does the future state look like? What alternatives are you considering? What are the costs? What are the risks? What are the implications of that journey? We help them navigate that path with their various decision makers to get on that journey. And once they're on that journey, we help them, whether it's through procurement advice or whether it's through the implementation planning, through the program delivery, through the change management and business analysis, all the way through to the further part of the life cycle where perhaps they're in operate mode and they're looking to improve their operations, or perhaps they're leveraging Data3's managed services and they're looking to tune and improve upon that. We can often engage at different parts of the life cycle. So whilst it starts at consult, sometimes environments are not greenfields. You have a customer that may have a regulatory change or an environmental change where they need to get to a new future state. And in order to get there, they need some help and advice around whether their operating model needs to be reconfigured to face into that future agile environment. And that's really exciting and interesting for our team. That's what they get out of bed for. They like doing those difficult challenges and working with our customers to achieve those and really realize the impact of the goals that our customers are trying to achieve. And back to Garrett's point, for us, what we get up in the morning about is about driving that productivity and resiliency for our customers in Australia and beyond to help them achieve their goals, right? So, and we saw that throughout the pandemic where we really helped many of our customers through that journey. So just touching upon this a little bit further, we work across many sectors, but in particular, government, justice, health, education, utilities, and resources, which is very closely aligned with Data3's focus. These industries are well aligned and tend to be quite resilient in recessionary scenarios, which is also a good thing for us and has helped us. As we work through the job to be done, we often look at these particular examples and work out how we can help the customer. So it might be about driving customer experience or operational agility or cost savings, all of these things that were referred to by Jarrett in terms of the business priorities. And we do this by working with our customers and then help them with their outcomes, often delivered through Data3's breadth and depth of solutions. So it really is a strong partnership that we work with hand in hand with our customers and with the broader Data3 team to deliver those outcomes. So a little bit more then about our practices and the way that we're configured. So we have 4 primary practices. These practices are not silos. Many of our team members, because of their depth and breadth of experience, are actually multidisciplinary. However, these are our skills families and areas of specialisation. And just to quickly spin through what this looks like in terms of engagement with our customers. Firstly, it starts at the digital and ICT advisory space, where they are looking for someone to help them on that journey to unpack the problem and work out how to tackle that problem space. Maybe it's with enterprise architecture, maybe it's with building a business case, maybe it's with helping selecting a vendor. Oftentimes, once they get that journey underway and they go, right, we know where we're going here, this is the future state, this is where we want to go, this is the board imperative, they often then engage our transformation and governance team. Now, this team is the team of project managers, change managers, business analysts who then break that problem down and digest that elephant with them. Yeah? And we take them on that journey, which often can take quite some time. Alongside those 2 practices, we have the information and analytics team, because data, the new oil as they call it, is a core element of that transformational change. Without the data, you can't drive the change, right? Nor the people or the process for that matter. And then also cybersecurity. I'm going to dig into this in a moment, but cybersecurity, number 1 topic. You've heard it spoken about already in this conversation here today. So if I was to just drill into cybersecurity and risk for a few minutes, because it is topical. It's certainly on the agenda if you read the Australian Institute of Company Directors magazine, latest issue, cybersecurity, front and centre with the board. Our customers are looking for experienced leadership to help them navigate and respond to cybersecurity threats. So our team, the way that we engage within Business Aspect, and also complemented by Data3's security team, and some of you may have met Richard Dornhart in your travels with Data3. He's a very lively character and very passionate about security as well. Oftentimes, the customer starts with, where are we at? You know, what problems do I have? What windows have I left open within our cybersecurity posture? So we work with our customers to understand what is your risk exposure, where are you at, what are your policies, what's your governance and controls, etc. What do we need to align to within your regulatory framework? From there, it often then moves on to areas around having that capability around a business case. So how much money should we spend on security is a very important topic, right? Once you work that through, it's about then how can we help get the right amount of capability to execute upon that investment program. Now, this happens in 2 ways with us. On the one hand, we have this, cybersecurity as a service offering where we can complement our customers and their cybersecurity teams with the work that they're already doing to buffer or bolster where they may have some shortfalls. And we can bring in those experienced individuals to work with them and partner with them through that journey. And then moving over to the other side, which is about their capability uplift, we help lift that technology capability within the cybersecurity team. So we're actually helping teach the customer to fish, and that's not fish with a PH, just pardon the pun. No, it's helping them to build their own capability so that they can be sustainable within their own right. And then beyond that, it's about making sure that they're ready to be resilient with their business continuity plans and disaster recovery plans, and testing them to make sure that they're ready so that if they do show up on the front page of a newspaper, that they've got an action plan ready to go. Okay, so that's how we operate within the cybersecurity space. So finally, I just want to spend a couple of minutes around a few examples. Now, I'm not going to go into detail around these examples, but I would love to talk to you more later. And also you can go to Business Aspects website and have a bit of a read about some of the work that we've done in some of our case studies. But the key thing I would say here is that we engage best when we have deep and long-term relationships with our customers. So the three examples here, the first is around a multi-year engagement with a government agency where they were looking to uplift their enterprise architecture, which is, from the building metaphor, is working out what they need to build and under what kind of standards. And it was across multiple parts of their organization. So there was multiple participants in that process. And we have been working with them in an agile way over the last few years to build their capability, partner with them where they've had gaps, and help them build a map for their transformation over the next several years, which is actually going to be quite transformative for their sector. So that's one example. And our team works across multiple elements of that engagement across those practices that I described before. Secondly, we've done something similar with a federal government agency where we've brought a staff augmentation team to complement where they need capability to help them move their agency forward into that future state with those cloud elements, with those security elements and those data elements and identity and access management. So all of these dimensions are key areas where we can contribute and help with those customers to deliver those outcomes. And finally, another example there is with the Ports Authority. Similar kind of scenario. They need help with strategy. They need help with cybersecurity. They need help with information governance and their system selection. And interestingly, just as a general trend, we are seeing more and more, particularly in the physical infrastructure space, companies asking us about not only information technology, but what's called operational technology, the things that make things move and operate, whether it's mining sites, et cetera, or whether it's monitoring various environments. And there is a convergence of that happening where, it's one thing to have your computer breached. It's another thing entirely to have someone hijack a ship, for example, or a car. So these areas are converging now, and there's a lot of work to be done there. So my final point here is that we help deliver customer success as per the goals of Data 3 by working then with our customers and with Data 3 to help deliver those solutions, not only from a strategy point of view, but also from an execution point of view, so we deliver those outcomes. Thank you.